I'm sitting in a 24-hour diner right now, hands still shaking so badly I can barely hold this coffee cup steady. The waitress keeps glancing over at me like she's deciding whether to call the police or a hospital. I probably look insane, but I'm not the one who chased a stranger down a lonely highway with a rifle hanging out the driver's side window. This happened less than 3 hours ago. I was driving north on Route 16, cutting through a long, empty stretch of highway that runs between small towns and nothing else. It was close to midnight. No moon, no traffic, just miles of black asphalt cutting through forest and farmland. I'd stayed late, helping a friend move, and figured I'd save time by taking the back route instead of the interstate. I've driven it 100 times before. I won't ever drive it again. About 20 minutes into the trip, I notice headlights in my rearview mirror. That's not unusual. Even lonely highways get the occasional car. At first, they're far back, just 2 pale dots floating in the dark, but they're moving fast. Within seconds, the lights swell larger, brighter. High beams flick on, flooding my car's interior in white glare. I mutter, "Okay, buddy," and move slightly to the right side of the lane, figuring he wants to pass. He doesn't pass. He stays glued to my bumper, so close I can't see his grill. Just blinding headlights and the vague outline of something tall. Then he swerves into the oncoming lane. For a second, I think he's finally going around. But instead of accelerating past me, he pulls up beside me and matches my speed. That's when I see the truck. It's a lifted 1980s Ford F-100, paint oxidized and dull under the harsh beams. The tires are enormous, mud-caked, aggressive tread. The whole thing sits so high it feels like it could roll over my sedan without slowing down. Confederate flag decals cover the rear window. The driver's window is down, and the man behind the wheel is staring at me. Even in the dark, I can see his face lit by the dashboard glow. Wild eyes, grinning too wide. Beard scraggly and uneven, like he cut it himself with a pocket knife. He jerks the steering wheel suddenly, swerving toward my car. I yank mine to the right, heart leaping into my throat. He laughs. I can hear it through the thin glass, high, shrill, unhinged. Then he drops back behind me again. My pulse is pounding so hard my fingertips tingle. I tell myself maybe he's drunk. Maybe it's just some idiot trying to scare me. Then he rams my rear bumper. Not hard enough to spin me out, just enough to let me know he can. My steering wheel shudders violently in my hands. What the hell? I shout to no one. I speed up. So does he. The highway ahead stretches black and empty for miles. No streetlights, no houses, no cell service. I already checked when I tried to call my buddy to complain about the psycho tailgating me. The signal bar reads, "No service." He hits me again. Harder this time. The back of my car fishtails slightly before I correct it. I can almost feel his grin through the rearview mirror. I push my car faster. 70, 75, 80. The truck stays with me, effortlessly. That lifted engine roars, deep and aggressive, like some mechanical animal hunting prey. Then he flips his high beams on and off rapidly. Flash, flash, flash. The road ahead becomes a strobe-lit tunnel. Suddenly, he swerves out again, but this time when he pulls alongside me, he's holding something out the window. At first, my brain refuses to register it. Then, lightning from a distant heat storm flickers on the horizon, illuminating the metal. A rifle, long barrel, pointed in my direction. My stomach drops so violently I nearly black out. He doesn't fire. He just keeps it resting along the door, aimed casually at my driver's side window, like he's deciding when to pull the trigger. He mouths something. I can't hear him, but I can read it. Pull over. I shake my head instinctively, even though he probably can't see. He jerks the rifle upward slightly in response. Then he fires. The gunshot explodes through the night. My left side mirror shatters into glittering fragments. I scream, a raw animal sound I didn't know I was capable of. I slam the gas pedal to the floor. My engine whines in protest, but the speedometer climbs. 90. The truck surges forward too. He's enjoying this. He drifts closer again, his massive tires nearly clipping my front fender. The rifle dips back toward my window. Another shot. This one punches through my rear windshield. Glass sprays across the back seat like icy rain. I duck instinctively, swerving dangerously. The truck slams into my rear quarter panel. The impact spins me halfway sideways before I regain control. I'm shaking so hard my vision blurs. My brain is screaming at me to do something. Anything. Up ahead I see a faint green sign. County Road 12. I don't even think. I yank the wheel and take the exit at full speed. My tires scream against the pavement. The road narrows immediately, 2 thin lanes winding through dense forest. Pitch black. I kill my headlights. I don't know why. Instinct. My car plunges into darkness, illuminated only by faint starlight and the dim glow of my dashboard. In the mirror, I see his headlights overshoot the exit at first. Then brake lights flare red. He's turning around. I push the car faster down the narrow road, branches whipping close to the sides. I don't know this route. I don't know where it goes. My headlights stay off. If he follows, he'll be driving blind too. Seconds stretch into eternities. Then I see it. A small graveled driveway cutting sharply left. I veer into it without hesitation and coast silently behind a line of thick trees. I shut off the engine. The world goes silent except for the ticking of hot metal. I crouch low in the seat, barely breathing. A minute passes. Then I hear it. That engine. Deep. Roaring. The truck barrels down County Road 12. His high beams sweep past the driveway entrance without slowing. For a moment I think he's gone. Then the engine sound fades. Stops. My blood runs cold. He knows. Headlights slowly reappear at the end of the driveway. The truck turns in. Gravel crunches under massive tires. He drives slowly, deliberately, hunting. I slide out of my seat and onto the floorboard. My heart pounds so loudly I'm convinced he can hear it. The truck stops maybe 20 feet behind my car. Engine idling. Door creaks open. Boots hit gravel. Heavy, slow steps. Crunch, crunch, crunch. He's humming. A low, tuneless sound. The steps circle my car. I hear his hand drag along the trunk. Then he taps the shattered rear windshield with the rifle barrel. "Come on out," he calls softly. His voice is wrong, too calm, almost playful. I just want to talk. I don't move. I don't breathe. Seconds stretch. Then his voice changes, snaps. "I know you're in there." The rifle butt slams into my back window frame. Metal bends. I bite down on my fist to keep from making a sound. Another slam. The car rocks. Then a distant sound. A different engine. Approaching fast on County Road 12. Headlights sweep past the trees. Another vehicle. The crazy man freezes. His boots crunch quickly back toward the truck. Door slams. Engine revs violently. Gravel sprays as he peels out of the driveway, disappearing back onto the road just as a pickup from the opposite direction passes. I lie there for a full 5 minutes before I dare to sit up. He's gone. I don't wait to see if he comes back. I drive straight here to this diner on the edge of town, shards of glass still crunching under my feet. The police are on their way now. I gave them everything I could remember. The lifted Ford F-100, the decals, the rifle, the wild grin. They asked why he targeted me. I don't have an answer. Maybe he was bored. Maybe he was looking for someone weaker. Maybe I was just the only car on the road. But I know this. When he looked at me through that open window, rifle balanced casually in his hand, there wasn't anger in his eyes. There wasn't road rage. There was delight. And that's what scares me most. Because that means he's still out there, waiting for the next set of headlights to appear in his mirror.